Hi, I'm Chuck Dorsett for Weaver Leather Supply. Let's make a clean, classic, tapered belt. For the folks that are new, this is a great way to step into leathercraft. It's so typical of leathercraft projects, not difficult, but it certainly looks that way and absolutely useful. In fact, on this, there are only about 7 steps. So let's get started. So let's go with our water buffalo. This is the Crazy Horse. It's a gorgeous color, makes a good belt, very rustic looking. Now, when you cut this, if you don't get a full cut through that, you can always come back with your blade and just separate out the small areas that didn't separate. And there we go. And the wooden strap cutter, one of my favorite tools, inexpensive, durable. I think my last one lasted 20 years. The blades, easy to change out, inexpensive, and very sharp. But right there, we're getting a good straight edge on that we can strap out our 1.5 inch belt blank, trimmed to size. There we go. Now, we're using our shorty pattern, which is really easy to do, and you will hit the correct size every time. So we're gonna mark one end, mark for our buckle side, we'll mark for our tapers, and we simply scoot that to the other end, mark our size holes, and mark for our taper. That's where we'll stop cutting with our wooden strap cutter. Now I'm going to set this at 1.25 inch so I can straddle the strap. To me, that makes it a little more stable. So we're going to take 1/4 inch off of each side. Then we're just going to cut up to our mark where we marked for our taper. So that's our buckle side. And now the tongue side, up to our mark. Now on this, I tend to go a little bit further past that last or inside hole, simply so our buckle, if someone's in that last hole, buckle has room to seat. Now let's come in with an English punch. How easy is that? And our oblong, good. And let's just add a nice detail. Let's do a round end punch on the bend back. Our size holes. Now, any and every tool we use in this video, weaverleathersupply.com. Good. Nice, clean, and straight, very nice. Now let's drop some rivet holes in on our buckle side. And there we go. You can see the pull-up effect. Now on this end, I'm going to add a buckle tip. I'm going to use a 3/4 inch. There we go. Let's cut that so we've got small shoulders. So when we have the buckle tip on that, it moves easily through our belt loops. And one of my favorite buckle sets. This looks so nice. Slide our keeper first, and now let's load our buckle. Bring that around. Now on our rivets, the medium double cap, perfect size. That's the 5/16 inch. Go with the antique nickel. It's going to look good with our buckle. We can always scoot that. There we go, to the edge of our marble. Lets that bend back hang over so we get a good flat set on our rivet. So don't forget to slide that keeper up. I have done that. How nice is that? There we are, beautiful buckle set. Looks good on that water buffalo. Tip slides right on. And the little tip screws. Now, typically I'll use my awl because the tip screws have a point on them so they bite in the leather. And that just helps us get that loaded in so it'll screw down easily. And let's tighten it because that's what's holding the tip on. But if we get that down and flush, first off, it's going to hold on. But secondly, that's not going to scratch the belt as we go through the buckle and the loop. Very good. That's a good looking buckle tip. Very nice. Clean, simple, classic belt. A little bit of a Western touch. But again, notice how easy it is to make this. So typical of leathercraft projects. But one of the big points here, adding a taper. Works great on a belt, but now we can use that in so many places where we need to drop a wider strap to a smaller buckle, D or O-ring. Super easy to do. I hope your belt is gorgeous, and I hope you have a great time making it. And I guarantee you're gonna get some compliments on it. Good luck with your projects.